Good morning, good evening and good afternoon YouTube. Welcome back to sunny Galway and welcome back to our channel. Today we're gonna talk about some things you really should not do if you're visiting Ireland or moving to Ireland. But we're gonna skip all the obvious ones, like don't tell them they're British, because they're not. We're gonna talk about some things that we think you may not know that you shouldn't do here.
Hey guys! Welcome back to another video with us.
She hates the sun, by the way.
Yeah, it's very glary today, but there's a fresh breeze, which is great. All for the breeze.
Beautiful day, if you ask me. So we're gonna go to town, more or less like always, have a pint somewhere all the way while telling you the things you should not do in Ireland.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. Not the negatives, all positive, guys, even though if it's a should not do.
Number one, you should not be shocked by swearing in Ireland, and don't take it the wrong way, because it's just part of the culture here. A well-placed swear word can be very, very funny here, especially when you don't expect it from a middle-aged woman on a till in Lidl. It's ridiculous in a good way. I mean, it's part of their sense of humor, I would say. Would you agree?
If you hear the whole C-bomb being hit, please do not get offended. We tend to be swearing, but not... It's died down a little bit over the last few years, but it's still, yeah, we do swear a lot, but in good crack. It's nothing serious, we're not being awful, and I know it sounds rude, but it's something we can't help. We tend to drop the old F-bomb and C-bomb every now and again, so just don't be offended, guys.
There's some kind of political thing. Is there some kind of election or something? Anywho, they're all trying to give us leaflets and shit like that. But yeah, anywho, don't be surprised by swearing and don't be offended by it, because they don't mean it in a bad way. It's just part of a language and part of a culture, as I already said. Moving on.
You shouldn't be rude, guys, when you come to Ireland. We are very polite people as a nation. So if you're getting off the bus, you always have to say thank you, or if someone, a waitress, hands you your lunch or your dinner, you have to say thank you, because if you do not be polite and show courtesy, we kind of get a little bit of a not a likey feeling. So always be really kind and polite. Like that is everywhere in the world, but yeah, especially with the bus, we tend to always say, every single one of us, thank you, thank you, thank you, the whole way off the bus.
I have to confirm that, yeah.
Man.
You should not say thank you when you're getting out of the bus. You need to say English language. You need to say thank you to the bus driver every time, without exceptions.
And the taxi guys. You have to say thank you to the taxi also. And the person that serves you in the shop at the till. When you're going away from the till, you have to say thank you.
The basics of politeness, which we all know not all of the people have, are more important in Ireland than some other countries. I know they're more important than in Croatia, because nobody says thank you in Croatia, not a lot. So yeah, say thank you and be grateful for everyone here. Yeah,
it's always a thing. I notice that if I go to any country or like that's outside of Ireland, like when we were in Vietnam, I was like thank you to the people at the store, and they were like, oh, okay, thank you. So I think it goes a long way when you're being polite.
Moving on. My next one is, do not expect table service in pubs. In restaurants, yeah, but if you're in a pub and you order a drink or food or anything, you can sit there for the next 6 hours and you won't get it. You need to go to the bar, order your drink and take your drink to your table. Very different than in Croatia, so I believe it's different than in many other countries. So yeah, do not expect table service here.
Who has time for that, coming for someone that working in a restaurant? Oh, he'd have got killed with the wheelchair.
But it is different in like a lot of countries of Europe. You always have waiters carrying both food and drinks and everything, but not in Ireland, folks. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just different. You get used to it. I'm completely fine with it.
We need to protect our wrists. That crack only happens in the fancy restaurants.
So you have no serious comments on this one?
Not a single one, because I have people day in, day out waiting at tables for about an hour and coming up to me and asking me where their ham and cheese toasty is. And I tell them it's right there now on top of the deli where you left it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Moving on.
Please, you should not be stingy with the cash when you come to Ireland. Let me explain that. Nothing worse than buying a round of drinks for someone all night long and them not returning the favour. Please, guys, if you come to visit, if someone buys you a drink, return the favour. Or if you're going for dinner with someone a few times, don't let them constantly be paying for your dinner over and over again. Be generous, because Irish people are very generous like that. We do it all the time. We'd be buying for other people all day long and all night long, and we wouldn't expect anything back, but we kind of get a bad feeling, again, a little bit of a if you don't return the favour.
Would you say it happens a lot that people do that?
No, because, well, not with me anyways, because I'm very straight up to the point about it. If I bought someone a tea or a coffee and they invited me out again, I'd be like, your turn. Money doesn't go on trees. I'd pick the hell out of that tree.
Yeah, I think that's common sense in many countries, but yeah, don't be like that.
Oh, it's not always like there is some people now that I've met in life that were take like sponges.
When you wake up in the morning and go get your coffee or anything in the morning, please do not say top of the morning to you. Nobody says that, at least in my experience. I've never heard that in my 6 years here. And I've heard from other people that it's basically bullshit. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, you can tell me in the comment section. But I think that's just, I don't know, maybe it's even like, Hollywood shit or something from the movies. I don't know. But we can ask the ginger lady here, born and bred Galwegian. Galwegian is not a word. That's not a word.
100% Galwegian.
Yeah, what do you think?
We kind of say that just taking the piss, but not really very often. I very rarely. Only if I'm watching some sort of film that has influenced me to say that line. But in general, no one ever says that. So I'm sorry, guys. We'll have to put top of the morning to you to bed. We say, how are you doing?
Yeah, they say that.
It's grand.
They say that any time of the day.
Or how are you?
Anywho, do not say top of the morning to you when in Ireland.
Now, guys, this is a very important one, and I think it's very relevant for the day that's in it. Anything over 21C here in Ireland, if the sun is shining, it is intense. So if you do not want to end up in blisters like a barbecue chicken in our A&E, please put on sunblock. He doesn't believe me, but he got very burnt here one year. And I think...
That's not the whole story.
Yes, he was out in it all day and he got really burnt. He thinks just because you weren't out in it for an hour. But who's going to be outside for 1 hour on a beautiful, glorious day? You're going to be out hiking and enjoying the Irish wilderness. Put on your sunblock, guys. 20 Celsius and sunny.
In regards to do that, I'll just connect my next point with this one. When you're packing for Ireland, don't pack for the season. Even if it's like the middle of the June, you shouldn't just pack for summer, because it really is 4 seasons in a day sometime. Yeah,
oh, yes,
I mean, it's sunny now, but nobody is to say it won't rain in 10 minutes. It's completely possible. It's not even like a 10% chance. It can and will rain when you don't expect it in Ireland.
Definitely. So bring your sunblock, your rain jacket, an umbrella, a hat, and what else? Oh, and a lip balm.
Yeah.
Just in case it gets hot and cold.
If you're going to Cliffs of Moher, you need something that's like, how do you say that?
Light.
When it's very windy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it can be cold there. It doesn't matter the month in a year. So yeah, do not pack for the season. You need to be covered for everything.
Covered 100%, guys, especially the Cliffs of Moher. It's so windy there, guys. I always recommend a hat, especially if you like your hair and you keep it in good shape. It'll be blown into next week if you don't wear a hat. You should not be pressured into tipping. We are not really a tipping country. We never were. But we're starting to get there, but it's not expected, guys. It's highly appreciated, and I'm always grateful when someone hands me a 5 or a 10 or a 20 euro in work. It means actually a lot, and I am very grateful, and like everyone else. But it's not expected, so don't fear that you have to leave anything behind once you're here. Come, eat, enjoy your lunch and your dinner, and go in peace. There's no obligation. But of course, if you like to leave a little something, always do. Plus, we always share tips here in Ireland. If there's a tip jar, it's filled with whatever it is throughout the day. We share between all the staff.
Yeah, it's definitely not like in US where you need to tip, I don't know, 10, 15, 20%. I don't know, I was never in US, but you get what I mean. Yeah. What I usually do is if someone's nice, so I round up the number. If it's, I don't know, 620, you leave 7, or just an example, something like that. But yeah, it's nothing obligatory, and you shouldn't be, as you said, pressured to do it.
Yes.
Obliged. It is a nice thing to do. So.
Especially for the buskers, actually. Buskers. We have lots of buskers here in Galway City, and they do love a little tip every now and again, because some of them, that's their kind of livelihood.
Well, yeah, that's the only thing they can get, I guess, because they can't charge you for listening to them on the streets. So yeah, I guess that's a case when you should tip.
Yeah, I think so.
Moving on.
Just to let you all, you lovely people, know that we have a Patreon if anyone is interested. It's only the cost of a beer or a cup of tea once a month, and it is going towards our future plans to become full-time YouTubers and hopefully travel the lengths and depths of Ireland. You devil, yeah, you scared the devil out of me. I played nibble. We have monthly lives, well, not every month, but we try to squeeze one every month. We post our videos there before everyone else on YouTube, and we have exclusive videos that no one else gets to see on YouTube. So if that's something you would like to see, join us. Patreon details is somewhere around here, and yeah, we'll be looking forward to seeing you all on the Patreon site. And thank you guys, highly appreciated. Heart.
Do not ignore strangers in Ireland. By that, what I mean is, example, you're walking to the shop in the morning and someone's passing by you on a sidewalk. You, I don't know, nod, say hi, say hello, say how are you, do something, but don't just pass by and ignore the person that just looked at you in the eye, because that just creates, I don't know, it's weird, I guess.
We see you as a bit of an odd one if you don't. You kind of think this person now is not the full shilling.
I don't even know what it means.
When you say hi to someone, if they just ignore you and keep going, you're like, fardener.
Do not ignore strangers in Ireland.
You need to blend in, guys. You need to be like, oh, hi, you know, nice to see you. Your garden looks lovely, or a fine looking hat.
Yeah, you get the point.
Make sure you say hi back.
Moving on.
This one is actually, for me, common sense, but you shouldn't walk in the centre of the country roads if you go outside the cities. Now, we don't have any sidewalks, so you will be in beside an old bush or two, but just stay in far right, far left, depending on what direction you're going with. You go with the traffic guys, you don't go against it. But yeah, have a high vis on or something vibrant. Don't be walking around in greens and blacks on the country roads, or you will be flattened like a bird.
Jaywalking, yes or no?
Oh yeah, jaywalk all over the place. Not really encouraging that now, but like, no one's going to fine you. You're not going to go to prison for 20 years for walking in front of a car. We just did it there and everyone was smiling and waving out the cars at us. But yeah, go to the lights, wait for the green man to come on and cross safely that way, guys.
Another one, and this one will actually save you money in Ireland, is do not be afraid of tap water in Ireland. It is completely safe to drink, despite of what some people will tell you. It will save you money even if you're living here. Just drink tap water when you're in the home. And the tap water in the bars and pubs is completely free, and you should be getting it whenever you need a glass of water. So don't be afraid of drinking it. There's a lot of shit on the internet about tap water in Ireland, and it's just, I don't know what people are talking about. Everyone, all the institutions say it's completely the same. I'm drinking it last 6 years. It is completely fine. So yeah, do not be afraid of tap water in Ireland.
I drink 3 litres of that good tap water every day, and there's nothing wrong with me at all. I got a dose of diarrhea a couple of times, but I do not blame the water. I'm only messing, guys. The water is safe. I drink every day 3 litres, not a bother. I've never had a bad situation.
To actually drink 3 litres of water?
Yeah, about 2.5. That big. I've a Yeti. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that brand.
A huge bottle.
And
yeah.
That's like 3 litres, so. And I'm good. You should not assume that the rest of Ireland is like Dublin. Ireland is not like Dublin at all. Dublin is in its own little spot there and it's doing its own little thing. I personally would only go to Dublin for like a day just to do all the, you know, the famous spots like the Guinness warehouse and the zoo and all that things. But in general, Dublin isn't for me. It's a big city and it's not very pretty, guys. So don't come to Ireland and spend your time in Dublin or assume that the rest of Ireland is like Dublin. Please excuse any of the idiots that are up there acting the fool too. And we got recently a new a portal. Oh my God. So yes, there was a portal placed there about 5 days ago in the north side of Dublin. Probably the worst part they could have put it in. So yeah, again, if any Americans are out there from New York watching that, I apologise for the creativity and people that are behaving like fools in front of that portal. We're not all like that. That's just Dublin.
Comment section, tell us what you think about our things not to do in Ireland. Do you agree or disagree? Be polite, whatever you think. And yeah, that would be all of our points. The video is not over though. We're gonna go and visit a market on the Irish Square. Last week it was a pottery and it's, I don't know, something else different. So we're gonna go and check it out. Maybe have a chat with someone. She will probably buy something. And then we're gonna go and have a pint in Hole in the Wall, of course, best bar in Galway.
Kind of the best bar. There's many best bars. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I think there's like a lavender stall up there, so I'm looking forward to buying some Irish lavender, even though it's definitely not Irish grown.
Let's go check out the market.
I will do everything I can for you.
I almost forgot. We need to talk about this behind me. So it's a second-hand shop where you can buy all electronics and Blu-rays and stuff like that. They are so unprofessional. I will put them to this list actually. You should not go into this shop when you're in Galway. The reason is, okay, prices, some things are fine, some things are not. It's that's subjective, but what they do is, I usually buy Blu-rays here. Every single time, I would say 50% of the time, you find a Blu-ray there, one out of two things will happen. First one is, they will say it's not the price that's labeled on a Blu-ray. They will just change the price on the spot, which I'm pretty sure they're legally obliged to sell you this thing that by the price that's stapled on it. They say they're not, but I think it's bullshit. Comment section, you can tell me. Or you will find a Blu-ray you want, and then they will tell you they can't find the disc, because what I suspect they're doing is all the good ones, they just take it for themselves and then just blame it for, I don't know, bad storage organization or something. And as we walked in, it just happened again. So I'll try to film Lorraine's conversation with the staff there.
Probably just got relabeled. There's actually nothing I can personally do about it.
Do you know what
You can scan what you want, but if it says 6, you're obliged to sell it. Is there a supervisor here? Manager?
Just because it's
I know.
it's just
It's like in any shop in Ireland, if it says 6, it's 6.
Let me try relabeling.
yeah, you're okay. This is last week. My boyfriend came in and got this, was trying to buy it, and it was €6, but it's actually 8 when it's cashed out. But citizens' law requires that they must correct the mistake as soon as possible. It's an offence not to. So this was last week, and it's still up. The only reason we're a bit heated about this is because
it's happening
5-6
daily.
times now.
Oh yeah, and that's understandable. There is many reasons why. There's no point in me sitting here to explain them.
I think the trick to getting things sorted is just to go in with your facts, have all your ducks in a row, and be polite and calm in situations. Nothing worse than going in with no knowledge or no information and just getting angry, because you won't get anywhere in life. I went in, me and myself and Jakob, we explained the situation nice and calm, and we end up getting our Blu-ray for the price that was stated on the label that was not corrected from a week ago. Now I'm kind of hungry after all of that. I love having like little house plants in my house. I'm all for the tropical house plants because they're easy for me to maintain. But I have no little fruitberry trees or anything, so I'm delighted to get a spearmint and a strawberry one. Now, the guy in the stall told me that they're not great this year, but for next year I'll have a fine batch of strawberries. So either way, I'm excited. And they're only, $1.50 each. So I think that was quite a bargain for a wee pot of little greens. Hopefully I don't kill them though. It's so funny, as soon as the sun shines here on our little island, everyone's like completely different people. The wedges, shoes are out, the little sundresses are, and we're all showing our lovely tan skin. It's actually quite nice. I like how everyone gets so energized after just 2 days of sun. We're good. We're recharged for about 3 months after that little bit of exposure. How much is a jar of honey, my dear?
Sorry?
How much are the jars of honey? And is there like lavender added to it, or? So which one is it? Obviously the smaller one is 8.
8 and 12, yeah.
8 and 12.
Yeah.
So that was so nice. I love lavender so much, but the price is very different. For that same bottle that's €10 here, I get it in Croatia for, I think it's €3. It's something along that. I always buy it. It's the lavender farm that's next door to himself's house in Croatia. Can't wait to go home and like try all my nice things. And I also got a Mexican chocolate tart. Yummy.
If you like this, press the like button. If you didn't press the dislike one, we make 1 to 2 videos per week, depending on a week. We have a Patreon. Check our Patreon. Help us on our road to being full-time YouTubers. Be sure to tell me what you think about those, I won't say scammers, but the suspicious shop that we just went in. I already probably did play you the whole conversation we had in there. Tell me what you would do in my place. Is the cake good?
It's so good, but it's spicy. Woo! See you in the next one, guys. I need to get tea.
Okay, see you in the next one, I guess.
That's so hot. I can't say Mexican today. A Mexican tart. But it's very nice, but just there's heat, but tasty. It's an excuse now to get a nice cup of coffee tea with it.
No, she's joking. Hole in the world.
Hole in the world.
Hole in the wall. Pint. Best bar in Galway. See you in the next one.